Okay, we'll have a look at a couple of drawing tools. We've used the line tool, we've used the grid and snap, and we've used coordinate systems and so on. But a few of the tools might require some different inputs, and one of the tools in AutoCAD which is very useful, you'll use a lot, will be the circle tool. If we click on the option to start a circle, we have a few options. If we look at the command window, there might be a few options to use if we have some prior existing data. So you might want a circle to connect 3 points. You might not know the size of the radius of that circle, but you might want an exact circle to fit between 3 points or 2 points, or tangential and a radius size. I used the icon to start the circle tool. If you're not sure what these options are, if we go up to the draw drop down menu and we go to circle, we've got an arrow next to the side of the circle which gives us the full wording of those options. So as standard, we would enter a circle center and we would input the radius. We might use the circle center and input a diameter, and then those alternative options as listed in the command window, 2 points, 3 points, tangent, and a specific radius, or a tangential circle between 3 prior drawn pre-existing elements of a drawing, maybe 3 lines, or 2 circles and a line, or 3 circles or something. So we've got a few options there to draw circles. I've just clicked on screen and specified a circle center. Now if we have a look at the command window again, when I move my cursor, the circle will change size. I could just click anywhere and draw a circle of any diameter. But at the moment, the command window is asking us to specify a radius. If you want to specify a diameter, which is possibly more common for mechanical engineering, we need to select the option to input a diameter. So let's, for example, specify a 50 millimeter diameter. Now 50 millimeters, quite obviously 25 millimeter radius. We could input 25 here, but if you're designing something within engineering, your diameter might not be 50 millimeters exact. It might be 49.997. It could be a circle drawn to a limit or a fit, in which case dividing by 2 might not be so straightforward. We type in D. Notice I've typed D in the command window, press return, and I can now type in 50 millimeters diameter. Press return to draw a 50 millimeter circle. If I highlight that circle, we can see 50 millimeters diameter, 25 millimeters radius. And in fact, using the property manager, we can modify the size of that circle. I could make it 49.997 if I wanted to, just by overwriting the 50 millimeter diameter in that box. The radius will update accordingly. So that was a circle drawn anywhere on screen. I'm using the mouse to zoom in, as we've discussed previously. We can input some other drawing tools. The rectangle, I can start in a corner in any position. I should click here, and I could drag out a rectangle of any size in the 4 directions, the 4 quadrants. We'll come back to quadrants in a moment. I'm going to draw a rectangle 50 millimeters of width and 20 millimeters of height. To make this exact input from an unknown start position, I'm going to use incremental. That's at 50 along, 20 in height. So at 50, 20, and I get a rectangle of an exact known size in a certain direction, plus 50, plus 20, x and y. I could draw the same rectangle from any position. My positive quadrant and my negative quadrant, we'll come back to that. So I could draw a rectangle at minus 50, so we are coming from our start position in x minus 50, and in y, comma, minus 20 in my command window. At minus 50, comma, minus 20 will give me exact same size rectangle but in the opposite direction to the previously drawn rectangle, but the same size. So quadrants, just briefly whilst we're talking about our coordinate system. If I select my line tool, I have done, my start point, you will note I'm getting a snap location at 4 points of this circle, and I could draw lines between those points. I'm going to end the tool with the return key. I'm going to restart the tool with the return key just as a recap, and I'm snapping to quadrant points. I've just pressed the escape key to close the line tool. So quadrant points are positions on a circle where a vertical and a horizontal line cross that circle. They're quite useful points for drawing with. If we draw those 2 lines in, as I have, you achieve 4 quadrants. You've split that circle into 4 pieces, and those are your 4 quadrants of a circle. You can go and study your geometry, get your geometry books out, or type that into a search engine. Those are your 4 quadrants, and those 4 points are your quadrant points. And if we go down to our snap settings, I'm just hovering over there to show you Esnap. If you recall, right click, settings, and you will note I have the quadrant points turned on. I can snap to quadrant, I can snap to center, I could snap to the tangent point of a circle. So there's a couple of drawing tools that are very useful. Don't try drawing 4 lines to make a box, a rectangle or a square. You can start to use the rectangle tool, and there might even be some options for you to look at if you go to the draw drop down menu. Worth having a look. If you want to draw an arc, there are different options. If you want to draw a circle, there are options. Rectangle is between 2 points in the same way as a line is between 2 points. There's some drawing tools for you there. Worth having a practice and having a look at those.